A few people had some questions on the brake setup I put on this car. It's front disc, rear drum, and then it has a dual master, prop, and booster. Let me show you what we did here. This is the master, prop, and booster setup. It's made by Lead. I got it on eBay for just under $200. I think the price may have gone up on this a little bit. It is a fixed 70-30 prop valve. They do have prop valves that are adjustable. I'm not a brake guy, but if disc drum is a 70-30 split, why do you need to adjust it? I don't know. So, a couple tips on this thing. No matter what you get, bench bleed that booster. I would highly suggest that you plumb all of your lines before you install it on the car. I would even do some little extension lines on your prop and splice them into your lines somewhere that's a little easier than, I don't know, trying to finagle under here and do the lines. It's really tough. That's why they're not too pretty. But yeah, run as many lines as you can, do as many extensions as you can off of that prop. Otherwise, you're just going to hate life. Something else on these Fords, and you might notice, those of you who know, that's a Chevy style booster. There are Ford style boosters out there too. They're both fine, but just remember that the front bowl goes to the rear brakes and the rear bowl goes to the front brakes. No matter how this thing comes in the box and how it's set up with hard lines or pre-bent lines, make sure that the front bowl goes to the rear and the rear bowl goes to the front. Otherwise, it's really going to make you mad. Something else that I'll recommend is get yourself one of these tools to adjust the spacing between your booster and your master. I think they want like a 1/16 of an inch clearance. This tool helps a lot. If you don't do it that way, your pedal's not going to feel right. I actually set it up wrong the first time and it was an absolute nightmare. So that tool really helps a lot. Those are my tips on that. Now on to the disc brake setup. You might notice that I'm running the original 14-inch rims, which is what I wanted to do. Most of the disc brake kits out there wanted you to get 15-inch wheels. You know, companies like Bear or Willwood or whatever. And I know there's Kelsey Haynes kits out there that are just like the originals, but this one was a good value. I got it out of Upland, California. It was just under $400 at the time. The price has gone up on it. And it comes with all the hardware and everything you need to put disc brakes on your original V8 spindles. Now the cool thing about it is that when I need to replace rotors or calipers or pads, I don't have to be beholden to some custom brake company. I can go to a regular parts store and buy stuff because the rotors are off of an early Toyota and the calipers are off an early 90s Bonneville. So it's real easy to just go ahead and go out and buy parts. In fact, I've already bought pads for it just because I wanted to upgrade the pads that were on it. Sure enough, went to the parts store and there they were. Super easy, just off of a Bonneville. I've got everything written down on my glove box. And I think $75 shipping on these. The price has gone up. I think they're like $450 or so now. Custom built, real nice hardware. My brake guy saw the stuff, he was really impressed. So I think it's a nice way to go. So I'm in it real reasonable, and I've got front disc, rear drum, and yeah, that's how I did it on the cheap.